Yo, what's going on? Welcome, I'm Hannah Eden, and today we have Flow Fridays. So we're gonna show you a flow, and then I'm gonna teach you exactly how to do it. You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go, 3, 2, 1. There you go, not bad. All right, so now let's break it down and show you how to get after this. All right, so here we go. This flow, I'm gonna show you on the right side first, and then we're gonna switch it over to the left side. It's important that you understand the movements before you just go from one to the other side. So here we go. I've decided to use a light bell just to show you guys, and you should do the same whenever you're learning something for the first time. So this is probably more of an intermediate flow. Definitely not a beginner. I wouldn't say advanced, but it's in that middle range. So I have a 12 kilogram kettlebell, and I'm gonna start with my feet either side of that bell, straddling it. Now from here, I wanna pick it up with my right hand, favoring the left side of the horn. So to do that, I'm gonna pivot my feet, right heel is off, hinging at the hips, bending with my knee, maintaining a nice straight spine. I'm gonna hold onto that handle, I'm gonna pop my hips to stand up, and pull it into a horn grip. So bottoms are up, holding on to either side of the bell. Now I've got it up on this right side. I'm gonna go for a right side halo. So I'm gonna bring it over my right shoulder, around my head, keeping my elbows up and my ribs tucked in. Once I've completed my halo, I'm gonna go into an overhead press, bottoms up. Pressing up all the way, ribs are tucked in, elbows are nice and tucked. From here, I'm gonna go for one tricep extension. Behind me, I'm gonna allow that bell to come down, trying to bend only from the elbow to the forearm. Then I stretch out that tricep and pull it all the way back up to the overhead position. Now I'm gonna pull it back down to front rack with the bell still facing down, so bottoms up. Now from here, this is where things get a little tricky. So I'm gonna toss this bell away from me, catching it on my right side, like so. Into one kettlebell clean. And now quickly, I'm just gonna go over that again. So bottoms are up. I'm gonna toss it away so it has a little bit of a momentum, but I'm gonna keep it somewhat close to the body. Then I'm gonna hold on, and I'm gonna show you pretending I have the bell. I pop the hips, I catch the bell, I keep it close to the body in that hinge position. Once I reach the bell between my legs, that is my cue to snap my hips. Generating power, the kettlebell will float. I want it to be close to my body. It's gonna float. Once it gets to about belly button height, that is my job to roll my wrist and drop my elbow, catching it in that front rack position. And just a reminder, a front rack position is not here, it's on the front of our body. Fist is underneath our chin, and our forearm is perpendicular to the floor. So let's go from the bottoms up. So from here, I catch it in one hand, I hinge the hips, clean into that front rack position. Nice straight wrist, I'm not catching it with a broken wrist. Once I've caught it here, this is where I'm gonna step forward with the opposite leg. So if you're holding on with the right arm, you're gonna step forward with the left leg into your lunge position. I'm gonna rest my back knee on the floor, I'm gonna tuck my hips forward, squeezing my ass as tight as I can, keeping my core nice and tight. Once I'm in this solid foundation, I'm gonna go for one single arm overhead press on the right. Nice and strong, biceps right by the side of my ear, wrist, elbow and shoulder are stacked. Then I'm gonna pull it back to front rack with control. Then I'm gonna push off the front heel and find myself in my stood upright position on that single arm front rack. Now from here, I'm gonna squat down and place the bell on the floor. Notice how my back is still straight. I'm not rounding out at all. My butt is down low. You can still see the logo on my shirt. Now, what I showed you for the clean, in our world of HIIT training, we like to call that a swing clean, where our hips hinge behind us. In this bent over position, we snap and then we catch. What I'm about to show you, we call in our world a strict or a standing clean, snatch, sorry. So rather than hinging my hips, I'm actually gonna squat. So from this squat down position, I'm gonna tap it on the floor, then I'm gonna stand up and go for a strict snatch. A snatch is one fluid motion from beneath you to land with that bell on top of your head. Upright position, Knuckles are facing the ceiling. We've got wrist, elbow, shoulder stacked. Ribs are tucked in right on top of my hip, knee, and my ankle in a nice strong position. Once you've gone for that standing snatch, which looks like this, because we're gonna start from here, we're gonna squat down, we're gonna power up through those hips, receive it above our head, then we're gonna pull it to front rack again, hit one single arm squat, then we put it in between our legs, ready for the other side. Now, let's just take a deep breath. Let's shake that off. I need you to rewind and do that as many times as you need to till you understand the movement patterns. And then, when you're ready, press play again, and we're gonna go from the top. So you ready? Here we go. We're in this staggered stance. Hand is on the opposite side of the bell. We're gonna stand up using the power from our hips. Receive it, bottoms up. We're going right side halo. Over the right shoulder. Receive it in your front rack. Overhead press. Good. Tricep extension. Good. Pull it back to front rack. Nice. Now this is where things get fancy. We're gonna cast away, receive it in that front rack. Now we're here. We lunge forward with the left leg. We squeeze our ass. We press above our head. We pull it back to front rack. Drive off the front heel. Squat down into an overhead snatch. Pull it to front rack. One squat. Place it on the floor, and guess what? We're about to do the same thing on the other side. You ready? Here we go. So now we're pivoting towards the right, holding on with the left hand on the corner of the bell. We're gonna stand up with power. Boom, front rack, bottoms up. We're gonna go over the left shoulder this time, receive it back. We're gonna press over the top of the head, ribs are tucked. We're going for one tricep extension. Good. We're pulling it back to front rack. Now we're gonna catch it with that single arm on the left side into a clean, hinging our hips. Boom. Pop the hips, receive the bell. From here, we're gonna step forward now with the right foot. Find yourself in that 90-90 position. Squeeze the ass forward, press over the top of the head, pull it back to front rack, drive off the heel, and here we go. We're gonna squat down. We're gonna go for a standing strict snatch. We're gonna pull it to front rack again. We're gonna hit one squat, and then we're gonna park the bell with control, and that is it. So I'm gonna roll it through again with Paulo. You can watch us do it on the right side, on the left side. Have some fun. Don't forget, if you like what you saw, comment below with your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, and I would love to hear more about what you would like to see next time.